Solomon Olds is part of the force behind the popular group Family Force 5. He's the lead singer, and one night during a typical performance,
I absolutely fell on stage.
the fall left Solomon, or Solly as he likes to be called, with a chipped front tooth and a bloody lip.
I had a big tour coming up, probably in about 3 or 4 days.
Dr. Thomas Oppenheim, a family friend and dentist of both Solly's parents, was willing to help.
When someone shears off a tooth like that and you need an instantaneous improvement to their appearance, that's the biggest challenge.
Dr. Oppenheim didn't want to crown or cap the tooth because that could injure the nerve, and there wasn't time for a two-step process. So he set out to use cosmetic bonding.
It was the best decision overall for the integrity of the tooth and the nerve, as well as to get an instantaneous result.
Solly came to the right place. Dr. Oppenheim is one of the top cosmetic dentists in the world.
Solly's teeth had these little milky, unique characteristics that it just wasn't one color from top to bottom. It was a multicolored tooth.
Because the tooth is in the front of Solly's mouth, the area is very sensitive. But Dr. Oppenheim made sure the injection wasn't painful.
I've had to have shots by dentists before and stuff, and it was like, wow, I can't handle this. But Dr. O, man, he did it really well. He did it really well. I mean, he just has this magic touch. I didn't feel anything.
Once Solly was numb, Dr. Oppenheim began sculpting the injured tooth so that it looked just like the other one.
I used some tints and opacers and a sable paintbrush, and just very carefully incorporated those characteristics into within the body of the tooth, and then ultimately outside on the external surfaces of his tooth.
He wouldn't let me out of the chair. I was like, look, dude, it looks fine, you know? I was like, this looks really great, you know? But he was like, no, it's not perfect yet. And so he worked on it until he thought it was perfect in his mind, you know?
With Solly's chipped tooth now repaired, Dr. Oppenheim wondered what caused the injury. He noticed one of Solly's bottom teeth was higher than the rest and knew something like this could happen again.
So what I did down below was recontour that lower tooth that was stuck up and out of alignment.
Solly is thrilled with the result. He says his tooth is strong, looks great, and feels comfortable.
It's really comfortable. I mean, it hasn't given me any trouble, and I've hit it with a microphone a few times. And I showed my wife, and she was like, wow, I can't even tell the difference. That's great. Him and his team, they did such a great job, so it's staying on there.
I was really pleased with the result. Once again, that's why I'm in dentistry, because I like the challenge. But then it was even more gratifying because Solomon got to have an instant result and didn't have to wait and wonder.